Welcome back to Dance with Mary NYC. I have a terrific episode for you this month, but first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. In this month's episode, I thought we'd do a deeper dive in how the foot really rolls up and down for pointe and how you're supposed to really work correctly in a tendu. This pattern in your foot is so important, I can't even tell you, for getting up and down and working correctly. And to help me out today is Savannah Wright. Hi, Savannah.
Hi.
Thank you for helping me today.
Thank you for having me.
Savannah is a private student of mine, and we've been working on and off for about 2 years, and she dances on pointe, but she also specializes in musical theater. She can dance, act, sing. She's the whole package, right? So what we discovered when we first started working together was we had to actually take her off pointe because you had some injuries. So the first one was to the perineal tendon. Perineal tendon is running on the outside, and then later on you injured the
posterior tibialis.
Posterior tibialis. And these are the tendons that the two tendons work in tandem with each other, and what they do is they help you decelerate and they help you go up and down. So you can imagine for any dancer this is an incredibly important thing, and it's also really important that the patterns get correct. And what we found with Savannah, we had a little bit of a problem, right? Yeah, so what was it? It was that bad word. You did a little bit of sickling, right? So this is something that if we're not well trained to go correctly up and down or correctly in a tendu, the pattern will go a little bit to a sickled, which means you go a little bit more on the outside. It's talking about the way a sickle, like one of those tools that they use in farming. So a sickle is a curved thing, so it's talking about the foot going to the outside. And what we found with Savannah, it was so subtle, right? Yeah. It was like that last little bit of roll up, and you were just sort of sickling at the end. And so what we found was that she was having all kinds of problems with that, and so we've been working really hard to correct that pattern. And I was wondering if you would show everybody today what we've been working on.
Of course.
Wonderful. Let's get started.
We're going to have Savannah do foot therapy from progressing ballet technique. So we're having Savannah work with the lacrosse ball or massage ball. Right now she's going to articulate through her joints. And through it, you start to work on each joint in a sort of a flex position. You're going to do maybe between 15 and 30 seconds with each toe. And these exercises not only help the fascia, but they will help the articulation and correct foot patterns. It's such a good thing to do. You can do this with dancers that are on pointe. You can do this with dancers that are pre-pointe. Next, you want to come up onto the knee and then really start to roll forward and back all the way to the heel. You can use your hand to guide you and also press. So you push over to the heel, then pull back and scoop the foot. As you do this, go right to that demi pointe. And send it forward and pull back. Now you're going into the calf. You're really getting into the Achilles here, above the heel, and then going around the whole foot, and into the low calf. Now pointing, and now pointing. Tendu and reaching the toes. So we want to really stretch through the whole foot. Often dancers will only point their big toe.
So go ahead and just shake out your feet like a baby. And you want the ankles really loose. And now you're going to circle your foot inward, both ankles inward for 10 times. Make those circles generous and really loose through the ankle. And now we go ahead and we're going to reverse, and you'll do 10 outward. And now the next thing, one foot drops down to the floor, and the other foot, you're going to do the alphabet. So you go through, sing your ABCs as you're doing this. And what we're trying to do with this exercise is we're trying to get beautiful ankle articulation in that. So you do the full alphabet on one side, and then let's demonstrate the other side. You would do the full alphabet. You would go through the A, your B, C, D, through the whole thing. And then shake out both legs afterwards. So shake out those ankles. We're trying to make space in the joints here. Great. Now, if you want to hold on to the back of the legs for this so that it helps push your spine up longer, this is where we go big toes up and little toes up. So we're alternating the toes because we're trying to get some articulation going. So the big toe lifts, the little toe lifts, the big toe lifts, and the little toe lifts. And then we kind of think of a piano. How about piano feet, where it goes rolling through like like chords. Good, beautiful. And then if you can reverse the piano feet. So now here's a really challenging one. Now, what you want to do is take the big toe and see if you can actually pull the big toe back and bend it, right, without lifting that big toe joint, and then pick it up off the floor. Right. Now, if you have trouble doing this, what you actually do is you press and use your hand. You want to pull that toe back, leave the big toe joint, and then pick it off the floor. Pull that back and then pick it off the floor. So you're trying to bend that big toe joint and pick it off the floor while keeping the ball of foot on the floor. So use your hands so that you can teach your foot how to do this. Very important to be able to do that pulling motion and bending and lifting with that knuckle. Good. Okay. Then one of the popular exercises we know is we want to dome. So we're going to think of lifting the arches up and really strengthen that arch for 10 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And we do this 10 times. And again, doming. Lift, 2, 3, 4. We're really strengthening the bottom of those arches. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now go ahead and shake out those feet again. Give them a good shake, shake, shake. Right, you always want to give it a good relaxation. Okay, so Savannah's demonstrating now the dead bug. This is an excellent exercise for your lower abdominals, right? So the very deepest abdominals, the transversus, and the deep pelvic floor. This exercise is tremendous for it. And right now what Savannah's demonstrating is she's demonstrating the basic dead bug. You would want to do right and left being 1 set, 10 sets total. And then Savannah, why don't we show them the advanced dead bug? So you take an opposite arm. Make sure to keep the knee that's bent parallel to the floor, right? So if you try to bend the leg up over the body, it's a little bit of cheating. Good. And that is your advanced dead bug. And she's doing a really good job of holding her belly button in and up, right? And she wants to lengthen her spine as well. And then she's not arching the back and she's not tucking her tail. Very important. The pubic bone is towards the wall in front of you. And then always to rest, bend your knees up over your hips and rock it out side to side. What we're demonstrating right now is the tick-tock, and the legs are just going to go side to side. This is another excellent exercise for the obliques. And the obliques are really important because they allow your body to twist and they allow your body to go side to side. They work in tandem. And with the arms down by the side is more challenging than if you put your arms to a T. So if a dancer is not as strong as this, we'd put their arms in a T, pressing with the shoulders and triceps. And this is to get all the low back muscles as well. You get that spillover, and that's the great with these compound exercises. They're meant to work one thing, but they also work another. And you're going to do about 20 total. So right and left would be 1 set, 10 sets. Over again. So she's demonstrating the side jackknife. Go ahead. And slow and mindful. So side jackknife is really great for the obliques. And obliques, again, are part of your core. They're the abdominals that move, and they allow the body to twist. And they allow the body to go side to side, and they work in tandem. So you want really strong obliques, and Savannah is demonstrating the obliques here. And you're really just trying not to use the shoulders to bring yourself up. You're trying to engage the core and flex in and out. That looks great. It's so nice when you smile. Flex the feet. There you go. And lifting the belly in and up. Pressing down with the shoulders. Just bring the fingers closer together. There you go. A few more times. Just going up and down. And you want to do 10 jackknives mindfully on both sides. This is Savannah doing the roll-up. Roll-ups are terrific exercises for building overall core strength. So lifting the arms up to the ceiling, and then we begin to curl into ourselves. And we go exhale up over the legs. Think of a hairpin shape. Shoulders are melting away from ears. Belly is off the thighs. And now you're going to exhale and melt down bone by bone by bone. And we're using the ball to actually make it a little bit more challenging for her. Right, dancers, we always have to challenge them. Keep going with slow roll-ups, Savannah. You can go. And then exhale, go up over the legs. So notice when you go down, what it does is it works the abdominals, and it also works flexibility into the low back and the sacrum. And again, go exhale, go up bone by bone by bone. Exhale, Good, and you can see that core working out really strong. Let's get a few more of those in there. And then exhale, go up over the legs, pulling in and up. And then exhale, melt down bone by bone by bone, squeeze in on the ball, and reach out long. We want to demonstrate, and we want to do it the correct way. So Savannah has this exercise that we came up with together to work on her foot patterns. Through, get the heel lined up with the back of the knee, slowly down, and then rebound a little double plie, and, good, and left. Lengthen your spine. And now press, backs of the legs work under and through. Lift through the front of the quadriceps. And rolling, and double the plie, bend and bend, and again. Good, tummy lifts, seat is active, and 1,000 tiny pieces to come down really straight, and double the plie. Last time's on the left hand. Right, so we want a very straight pattern. We want the heel right in line with the sits bones. Now press the floor, lift through the front of the quadriceps. And double the plie. Good. Okay, nicely. So let's go. We're just going to go out for 2 and in for 2. 5, 6. And you go. Press 2. Bring it in. Left side, press. Good. Down and under. Circle down. In. Shoulders and hips to the front. And do a few more, and brush down and under, reach the toes long. I hope you got a lot of great advice out of the episode today, and I just want to say thank you to Savannah for helping us out.
Thank you for having me.
Great demonstrations. Now don't forget to click if you like something, and then share this episode with others. Leave your comments below. Tell us what you'd like to work on for your own foot rehab, and thanks for watching.